What's up everyone and welcome to the Draft Dynasty channel. Today we've got a top 10 best skater for the draft this year, and as you probably know, skating is the name of the game. Speed, speed, speed. And it's not that easy to come up with a top 10 list because some are very different skater. You have those with power, more top speed, some are just really agile and more elusive. So it's not that easy, but this is just my personal opinion and the player that I like to see skate around the ice. Let's start this with the number 10, Mr. Quinton Byfield. He doesn't need no introduction. A big guy, very powerful skater. His top speed is very good, especially for his size. He's extremely good in transition and especially in the neutral zone. When you give him time to gain speed, he's extremely hard to stop. He could improve his foot speed and acceleration, but all in all, with that top speed for his size, I would include him in the top 10. At number 9, I have Dmitri Ovchinnikov, my little Russian sensation, hidden gem. And what I like about his skating is that it's super elusive, he's very agile, and he also has the extra gear whenever he explode in transition or he found a hole in the defensive team. He just has the extra gear to burn the defenseman or go in breakaways, but he's also very small, so 160 pounds, I think we haven't seen the best yet. I think once he gets stronger, he's gonna be an even better skater.
Обманное движение клюшкой показал, обманул, Овчинникова прорыв отправил, тот режет на пятак. Какой гол Дмитрия Овчинникова!
At number 8, I have from Germany, Jason Peterka, and this is a very nice skater. I really like this player. I think he's a little bit under the radar, but I have him in my first round since the beginning of the year. He's just a very polished skater. I would say that everything is above average. His technique, agility, acceleration. He's just an all-around good skater.
Alexandrov, der Doppeltorschütze von gestern, kein Faktor hier in dieser Partie. Und jetzt die zwei schnellen 17-jährigen Reichel und Peterka. Reichel! Bringen mit Labrie, mit Olva. So, jetzt Peterka mit Tempo gegen Ram.
At number 7, I have Mr. Dawson Mercer, and this is someone that got a very good motor and good intensity, so it makes his skating even better. And I think at the prospect game, he ranked extremely well at backward skating as well. And it's always a surprise to see the forward skating faster than the actual defenseman at backward skating because the defensemen are more used to it. But yeah, he's just an all-around good skater, can do it all. And from all the players that I've watched during the year, I've watched a lot of games, and I would say he was the number one guy getting the most breakaway in the game that I've watched, almost a breakaway or two per game, and this is usually a sign that a guy can absolutely fly.
McQuaid ne peut regarder le disque en territoire adverse, c'est Mercer qui s'amène. Mercer, entrée de territoire du côté des Olympiques, laisse derrière. Un tir, mais plutôt une passe vers Mercer là, qui...
At number 6, we have Holloway. He had a pretty quiet start of the year, but toward the end, he was getting much better. This guy is a very, very good skater. What I like the most about him, it's power, power, power. He's got an excellent top speed. He's not much of an agility type of guy, but in a straight line, you better get out of the way once he gets going. He's hard to stop, and he's got a little bit of a bulldozer mentality. He's not the type that's gonna go in finesse next to you. He's gonna run through you. Overall, I just think he's one of the strongest players on his feet. He is built for pro hockey. At number 5, we have Jacob Perreault, and for those that are a little bit older and saw his dad play, Yannick Perreault, first thing I want to say, he would smoke his dad. His dad was not known to be a very good skater, and even Jacob Perreault, I didn't think he was that fast last year, but this year, he took a major step. He's also like Holloway. I would consider him a powerful skater. He also got a good acceleration. He's also 5'11", but almost 200 pounds, so he's pretty thick. For a guy his size, he moves extremely well. The only downside with him that I would say is that it's pretty rare that he goes full throttle, pedal to the middle, top speed. I would like to see him maybe go at 100% more often.
Well, nothing happened in the play, so it's all for naught, but...
At number 4, we have Jean-Luc Foudy, and like his brother, he is one of the top skaters in the OHL. Both of them are two of the best skaters in the league. They're also great athletes. Unfortunately, this year they canceled the combine at the draft, but I'm pretty sure Foudy would have crushed it since he's such a great athlete. I think his mom was an Olympic sprinter, his dad played in the CFL. Now for his skating, the thing I like the most, it's his explosion. His first few steps are extremely fast, so he's got the other gear, kind of Ovchinnikov, and he's also on the smaller size, so him as well, I think he's gonna improve his skating by gaining a few pounds of muscle. At number 3, we have our very first defenseman, Jamie Drysdale, and he's an excellent skater, especially backward. He skates so well backward whenever he's backpedaling. And whenever you watch him skate, the first thing that comes to mind for me is how easy it is for him to move around the ice. He's the type of player that you can imagine him play all game without leaving the ice. It's just so easy for him to move around.
And here goes the plane. Drysdale gets back the plane. Here he can't get it onto the goal. And it's Drysdale once more along the right wing corner. Drysdale up along the blue line now as he goes for a skate in the offensive zone. Half a minute to go. Center, there's Jamie Drysdale for the Otters. Goal on and Swankler gassed on the play. And Drysdale, he'll do it himself here as he weaves in right side.
At number 2, we have my boy Seth Jarvis, and at the beginning of the year at the Helenka Gretzky, I didn't think he was like crazy fast. He was fast for sure, but toward the end of the year, it was unreal. And whenever I do my scouting report on player, I usually watch 10 games and I will take all the best highlight of the player skating, and normally I get like 20-25 clips, and with him I think I had 50 clips. So that's another subject. You have players that are good skater, but they're not doing much with it. Guys like Jean-Luc Foudy, he's a good skater, but he's not really doing much, so he's not really maximizing his ability. A player like Seth Jarvis is really a problem for the other team defensemen. They are not able to time themselves with his speed.
Portland is 6th right now in the league at 23%. As Jarvis blows on by one left.
More because of how many rushes the Raiders had in that game. Come to find out, of course, they won the championship that year, so those are never bad losses. There flips it around Simon Knack. Nice play by the young defenseman of Prince Albert, and out comes Jarvis. Seth Jarvis, left wing, around the defender, shooting one on the far side.
And finally, at number 1, drum roll, Mr. Tim Stützle. And this guy might not be like the best top speed or the best acceleration, but one thing for sure, he is insane in terms of agility, quickness, elusiveness. He's hard to touch. He's just a player that is super fun and exciting to watch skate and move all around the ice. He also has a great motor, so his legs are always running. He's always in movement. He's kind of a ballerina on ice. I've never seen a player so smooth, so agile, and in terms of drawing penalty, he's a master at it because he can change direction so quick. Players are putting their stick in his leg and they got tripping call. He's got tripping call every single game I've watched. While we keep on watching Mr. Stützle, I'm gonna go with my honorable mention. So player that almost made the list, and it will be perfectly fine to include them in a top 10, I think. So guy like the two Swede, first of all, Holtz and Raymond. I really like Raymond agility. They could have very well be in there. I also almost put Jake Sanderson because he's not super flashy, but he is very effective. He moves really well around the ice, and since he has a long stride, it might not be that impressive, but he moves pretty fast. In the long, smooth stride category, you could include another tall defenseman, William Wallinder. Other than that, for the smaller player I have here that have quick feet and good acceleration, I have Weisblatt, Bordelot, Gushin, Oksentiuk, Jan Mishak, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, of course, I could have included Antonio Stranges with his little tomahawk 10-2 action. He's got some really nice edges, but I just think sometimes he's turning around, not doing much. This is gonna be it for this one. If you like that stuff, click on the little subscribe button. For the next one, it's gonna be either top 10 best stick handler or top 10 best playmaker. So if you want to vote, simply put playmaker or stick handler in the comment below. Anyway, this is it for this one. Bye. See you in the next one.